Today, I want to talk to you about leadership in nursing. I wrote an article a couple of years ago, and I really felt that in my 20-year nursing career, leadership is one of those things that's not often taught. In fact, you'll hear me say this again and again. I believe a number of the things that I want to share with you and teach you to be the most badass nurse you can possibly be is skills that aren't taught in nursing. I'm not going to be talking about how to start an IV or how to put in a catheter or how to draw blood or how to transfer someone. That's for the school system to do. That's for the education system to do. I really want to work on another aspect of nursing, and I'm going to talk about a lot of things in these videos, and I might say some things that will easily cross over. Other things might even duplicate. Today I'm going to talk about leadership. John Maxwell, one of my favorite personal and professional development persons, he says leadership is influence. Think about that for a moment. Leadership is influence. So often we're taught that people just, a supervisor, a leader, a boss, even us as nurses, because we're basically managing CNAs and techs and other people, depending on what area we're in, even LPNs and LVNs and whatever else, nurse 1, nurse 2, nurse 3. And a very important aspect of that is to be influential, to have a successful team, to have that ability to help someone do something that they need to do, that you need for them to do, without having to bark an order at them. Now, I understand there's emergency situations sometimes, and I've been in a few of them. You just bam, snap, 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 do this, do that, do this, do that, get me that, tell this, call this, blah, blah, blah. That's happening. That's not what I'm talking about right here. What I'm talking about right here is the day-to-day grind, the all day, every day, always having to be the person that everyone comes to tell you stuff and complain about. I strongly suggest that you find some books that talk about leadership and good management styles that really are not, militaristic and bullish. So you're not bullying people into doing what you want. If you can influence people to do what they want or do what you want without having to tell them so much what to do, it just makes for a much easier situation. I'm going to be interviewing this young man. J. Robin Stacks is his MO at this point. And he was great. He had a great attitude. And he was one of the easiest CNAs that I worked with in my life as far as getting something done when I asked him to do something. I rarely tell people what to do in my nursing career. I most often ask. I ask a lot. And it's not because I feel that I don't need to tell them what to do. It's that I feel like people are less defensive when you ask them to do something for you. And it breaks down that barrier and it destroys that kind of animosity that can come up in the day-to-day grind. And instead of being like that jerk nurse that no one wants to work with, that person's such a punk, and I'm not talking about being a friend with that person. What I'm talking about is that you have influence, you have position, you have power. As registered nurses, we are in power, we are in control, we direct a whole lot of things. Families, patients, social workers, we work with a DNS, fellow co-workers, CNAs who we manage below us. And having a really good grasp on what true leadership is, and I'm not talking about military leadership. You go attack that gate, and if you die, you die. If you don't die, great, we can go on for another battle, kill as many people as you can. I'm being a little sarcastic on that. But leading people in this day, leadership in this day and age, is so extremely important. And when I was back in college, which was 1998, was when I graduated to get my Associates of Applied Science degree in nursing, I really wasn't taught anything about building a team, about being a supervisor, about being a really good leader. I learned all of that stuff outside of being a registered nurse. I've studied and applied it for many years at this point, almost as long as I've been a registered nurse. And I believe fully that I am a fairly influential person when it comes to getting work done. And occasionally you run into that person who you're just not going to convince. but it's okay. That's where I talk about taking things professionally and not personally. Take it as a nurse. Take it as the job. Take it as that. It's not a personal affront to me that someone is a jerk, that someone's not going to do what I need him to do. Even someone's not going to take a pill for me. I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? In everyone's best interest, this would be the best thing to do. And that's what I feel that leadership really is. It's influence. It's influencing people to do what you would like them to do without having to be so bearish and bullish about it. Because, we're all in the same place. None of us really wants to be told what to do. We don't really be hammered on. So being a good leader is some of those things. And I'm going to talk more in the future about leadership and things that you can do to be a leader. And some people will find that some people are just natural leaders. They naturally attract people to themselves. They naturally are able to just kind of influence people to do what they want to do. And they don't always know who they are. But some of us, like myself, we had to take a lot of time learning this stuff and applying it and practicing it over and over again. We're not going to get it right every time. We're not going to get it right time after time. We're not going to get it right the first time, the second time, and maybe not even the 5th or the 20th time. But just these little skills, just these little daily disciplines. As Jim Rohn says, success is nothing more than simple disciplines practiced daily. Simple disciplines practiced every day. All right, all you out there in the digital video land, enjoying this thing here we got going on. I am Dave Deerling, the badass nurse development coach, RN consultant, looking to uplift and empower as many human beings as I possibly can in the time I have here on this planet. Help bring together a whole new revolution of nurses who can really maximize who they are, who can really leverage what they do by being involved as a badass nurse. Because I think a badass nurse development is the best thing you can do in this whole career. Let's change the absolute face of healthcare. Let's not be so two-faced, right? Anyway, off my soapbox, have an amazing day. I'm here in Capitola, California today, shooting a bunch of videos and enjoying it. These are called the Venetians behind me. This is just one of them. If you ever get down to Capitola by the sea on a beautiful day, it's March. It's about 52 degrees, a light breeze. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love y'all. Lead on.